Welcome to the Daily Intelligence Brief from IntelStor for the 3rd of February 2025. In today's top renewable energy news, Mitsubishi Corp said on Monday that it is reviewing how to proceed with its offshore wind projects in Japan, given a significantly changed business environment, showing that the country is not immune to rising costs across offshore wind projects globally. Mitsubishi said in a statement that, quote, "We will consider the appropriate next steps after thoroughly examining the results of our review." Mitsubishi is essentially threatening to walk away from their projects, hinting that it needs more support and putting the government in a very awkward position. Morocco's National Electricity Regulatory Authority has approved expansion of wind power and photovoltaic capacity to 9,338 megawatts by 2029. This decision symbolizes a 29% increase from the previous year. The update offers greater clarity for investors and industry players in order to reinforce Morocco's efforts to modernize its electricity sector. In 2023, Taiwan was 98% dependent on imported fuel for power generation. In response, the Taiwanese authorities have committed to generating up to 70% of its energy from renewable sources by 2050, backed by investment of almost £22.3 billion. The island is now capable of generating almost 2,700 megawatts of wind power. To support this rapid growth, Taiwan requires assistance in areas, including the spatial inventorying of development sites and the creation of suitable port and grid infrastructure. The clean energy transition has stuffed some cable makers' order books and lifted their shares. Since the U.S. presidential election in November 2024, shares in French cable maker Nexans and Danish peer NKT have fallen. Italy's Prysmian, the biggest, fell sharply last week, caught up in the energy sell-off triggered by a Chinese startup's strides in creating less power-intensive ale. More quietly, Prysmian ditched planned and long-stalled projects in the U.S. The European Commission wants members to have interconnectors in place to enable transport of at least 15% of their capacity by 2030. Scotland's offshore wind industry risks a quote stalling of momentum if developers fail to do better in the UK's renewable subsidy auction this year, Deputy First Minister Kate Forbes has warned. She urged broader access for its developers, who argue that bureaucratic hurdles and transmission charges restrict Scottish offshore wind's competitiveness in the auction. Last year, only one new Scottish bidder won subsidies in the auction. She said, quote, "It was disappointing that not many Scottish developments got through CFD allocations." You can learn more about all of IntelStor's market and sales intelligence offerings at www.intelstor.com and subscribe to our channel today.